You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans, Stephen A. Smith somewhere right now at this moment is saying to himself, and probably saying out loud, stay off the weed. The very famous line that Stephen A. Smith has been saying on First Take for many, many years. Because now, folks, Sha'Carri Richardson is not going to the Olympics anymore. She was a favorite to win a gold medal in Japan. But she popped positive on a test, tested positive for weed, and she has been banned from the 100-meter competition at the Tokyo Olympics. Now, folks, she did it to herself. And regardless of what you actually think about weed, should it be a banned substance or not? It is banned. It's banned. Now, some people may be thinking that, well, in my state, it's actually legal. In other states, it's not legal. But you got to remember, this is the Olympics. The Olympics is a worldwide thing, and weed is not legalized worldwide. It's just not. And folks, some of the athletes out there, like Odell Beckham Jr., are outraged that Sha'Carri Richardson will not be in the 100 meters at the Olympics. So we're going to be diving into that in this video, guys. So it says here, U.S. sprinter Richardson banned from Olympic 100-meter after cannabis test. American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson, expected to be one of the biggest draws at the Tokyo Olympics, will miss the 100 meters at the games after accepting a 1-month ban for testing positive for cannabis during her U.S. trials victory in June. The USADA confirmed the suspension on Friday, though the 21-year-old still has a chance of running in the Olympic relay event. So she still could actually participate in the Olympics, but for the 100 meters, that's a wrap. She won't be participating because her 30-day suspension started on the 28th. So that's going to go through July 28th. So she will not be actually competing in the 100 meters. But she did it to herself, folks. And the excuse that she actually gave was that her biological mother passed away. And so she ended up smoking weed to cope with that. I'm not giving her a pass for that whatsoever. You know the rules. All of us have suffered loss in life. All of us have had family members die. But I get it that we all cope in different ways. But never once have actually turned to an illegal drug. I would never do something to jeopardize my job. I absolutely would not. I'm pretty sure you know that she put in a lot of hard work to qualify for the Olympics. And then she made a bad decision. She broke the rules. Now she has to pay the price. She absolutely does, folks. But check this out. Over here on the Hill, Sha'Carri Richardson's suspension prompts outrage. And I just mentioned Odell Beckham Jr. here. You can see his tweet right here. It says, "This is bullshit." Dude, she broke the rules. Take your feelings out of it. It is against the rules. Even here, it says, in the past 2 years, America's most prominent professional sports leagues, including MLB, the NFL, and NBA, have relaxed penalties surrounding positive marijuana tests. MLB no longer tests for weed unless a player is in a treatment program, while the NFL adds suspensions for players who tested positive for the drug. NBA players are randomly tested for weed 4 times during the season, but don't face suspension until their third positive test. The paradigm shift on marijuana in professional sports mirrors the drug's growing public approval around the country. A plurality of states have okayed legal marijuana use on some level. 18 states and Washington, D.C. allow recreational use, while 16 other states allow weed for medicinal purposes. Quote, "There's no need for Sha'Carri to apologize," Progressive Representative Jamal Bowman, Democrat of New York, tweeted Friday. Quote, "We need to get rid of archaic rules for a substance that is fully legal in 19 states, plus DC. And we need to legalize it at the federal level. Well, the Olympics, like I said before, is a worldwide event. If the Olympics don't want weed, then don't smoke it. And actually, folks, what kind of a benefit is an athlete getting from smoking weed? I'm not saying it's going to impair their performance, but it definitely doesn't help them. You know, I would never do that. If I'm trying to be an elite athlete, there's no reason in the world for me to go out and smoke weed, especially if it's against the rules. It says here, her ban, quote, is an absurd act of injustice, the Marijuana Policy Project tweeted. It should outrage every American who believes in common sense, compassion, and fairness. Well, the way I look at it, folks, if you cannot follow the rules, you got to pay the price. It's just that simple, folks. I'm not buying into her excuse whatsoever. I'm sorry that she lost her mother. I really, really am. But I'm not going to give her a pass for smoking weed when she knows it's against the rules. You know what? I believe in this country, man, that the politicians, the blue check marks out there on Twitter, they're perfectly okay with rule breaking. They are. And this thing, you know, it's going along political lines. You know, you just saw a Democrat tweet out there that every American should be outraged by this. And, you know, there's people out there on Twitter bringing up Michael Phelps, saying he didn't miss the Olympics, but Michael Phelps actually got a tougher penalty than Sha'Carri Richardson. Michael Phelps got a 3-month suspension. She only got 1 month. And it just so happens to come around the Olympics, but that's her fault. She made that decision. Michael Phelps, he had to pay the piper too. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans. Check out blackandwhitenetwork.com. Grab a membership just starting at $5 per month. And if you can't do that, just consider clicking the donation tab and giving a one-time donation or shopping from the merch. We're going to give you 21% off your purchase if you use the discount code LaChanaSuts, S-U-X, all one word. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.